And we are back.
Yes.
Another beautiful day at the Waterboy Show. Everybody
Hold on. Back. All right, let's go. I got to get it out.
But what I want to know is, man, Aaron said don't be too close to the mic. But yet you find yourself hugging that microphone.
He like that thing.
Yeah, he does. We see. So listen, man, everybody out there in audio land, stop what you're doing right now as you're listening to us and give us some digital currency, man. What that is just showing us some love digitally, right? And what that is, you on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you getting this podcast right now, make sure you go leave us a 5-star rating, leave us a comment. What that does, it helps us rise, helps our visibility, helps more people find the show, and it puts us in a position to support you guys with more great content and just helps us to accomplish the things that we plan on doing with this show. So make sure you do that if you're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, wherever you find the show. Make sure you follow, like, share, subscribe, leave comments, interact with us. We're going to holler at you back. Make sure you let us know what you think of the show, and we appreciate you guys just as much as you appreciate us for bringing this good content.
Yeah, that stuff really do help, man. So right now, as you hear my voice, click subscribe, click follow, do all that, leave a comment.
Yeah, man. And after you do that, go to 285clothing.com. Those are the numbers, 285clothing.com. Get you some Blood Pressure Birds merchandise, or get you that 1988 Neat One where he clearly beat Michael Jordan in the dunk contest. Get you some Waterboy Show merch. Just support the team, support the whole movement. Get you something real clean to watch when football season come back around. You have you something real clean to wear. You can step out the house, you and your lady, and they be like, "Oh boy, you know about the Blood Pressure Birds?" You be like, "You damn right." You know what I'm saying?
You were saying you be at the Falcon game and you see people with our actual merch on. How that feel?
Yes, yeah. I mean, it feels good. It feels good to see some things that were discussed and that were created, and you know that people paying attention and people actually support what you're doing. So yeah, it feels good, man. Feels real good.
Hey, look, Spotify, man, we almost at 500 followers, man. Y'all go ahead and click right now and follow us, man. That really helps us.
Yeah, man, it helps us continue to rise. So look, let's get into it today, man. You asked me a question. I mean, everybody knows about the James Pearce Jr. situation. You asked me a question. Is the James Pearce Jr. situation Raheem Morris and Terry Fontenot's fault for the way it turns out for the Atlanta Falcons?
I want to blame him so bad. It's your fault, Terry. It's your fault, Ra.
Why you wanted to blame him?
Because we gave up a first-round pick for this year's draft, which I was excited. Hey, man, it's cool. We got a good bookend. We got Watts. And now, man, it's like a damper. Man, we don't know what's gonna happen. As of this recording, we don't know what's gonna happen with James Pearce Jr. Will he ever play in football again? It's coming to that. Like, that's sickening and it's hardening to me. I mean, look, let's throw out like first and foremost. I said on the last episode, I said, hey, let's give some love to the young lady out there.
Jackson,
yeah. And that. So I don't want to discount that. Right now we're just talking about football. So I don't want people to think we're insensitive and not compassionate about her, because we are about the situation, about domestic violence, period. We don't believe in that. We don't support that. We don't condone that. So let's get that off the table for people going in the comments and say that, because I seen people when we did our clips talking about like, dude, listen to the show. We addressed it. So my thing is this, man, like it's sad. It's sad for us as Falcon fans. It's sad for him as a person. It's sad for her, everything. But dang, bro, we right there. We was right there with our defense. And now it's like, if he's lost, Ra and Terry, I go back to them like, dang, y'all should have. Was there anything we could have seen? Like, it was red flags on dude about a traffic stop, but what was said in the traffic stop? Because when I asked Nate Ollie, man, it was like it's the ultimate top secret. You can't say nothing. So it must have been something bad.
Well, I think they were just protecting their player.
Yeah, they was protecting the player, but Trey, it had to be like you got pulled over going 100 in the. That's but it had to be something. He probably would have. I don't know. I don't want to speculate, but it's his fault, man. It's the player. It's his fault. You got to put responsibility on him. I do want to blame Terry and Rob, but you can't do that. Like, you picked him. He produced off the field. They have nothing to do with that.
Yeah, I mean, when you ask me, those are my thoughts. I don't blame Coach Morris. I don't blame Terry Fontenot. I mean, we can say, okay, maybe they should have done more homework. Maybe the other teams had red flags on him. But at the end of the day, man, the young man made a terrible decision. He made a terrible life decision for what he decided to go and do. He let his emotions get the best of him. And when you draft a player, you never know which way it's going to go. Like when the Falcons drafted Andre Bruce, I'm sure they didn't think that this man would try to play a joke on a piece of man and pull a BB gun on him and fake rob him. You know what I mean? And I'm not sure that any other team, I'm not sure that any other team thought that their players would go and get into the situation they got into. I don't know why the young man name escaped. Was it Ruggs? Who was that down in
Henry
Ruggs?
Ruggs.
Ruggs the third.
Henry Ruggs. I'm sure that the Las Vegas Raiders didn't have in their mind that this man would make the decision he may be speeding, end up killing someone in a car accident. So what about who?
What about Ray Caruth?
I mean, but that was so no team thinks that someone's gonna make a mistake like that. We're not.
That's the ultimate one.
Yeah, we're not lumping anyone into the same boat. But what I'm saying and what B. Rich is saying also is that when you draft a player, you never know which way it's going to go. You hope that everybody makes the right decisions in whatever they do. And in this particular situation, no matter how it shakes out, it's still gonna be a black eye on James Pearce Jr.'s life and career moving forward. It's going to be a black eye on the Atlanta Falcons moving forward, and unfortunately, it's going to be a black eye. And we hadn't heard about him physically touching old girls, so I don't think I need to say no pun intended. But we got the crazy commenters who somebody might say something crazy. It'll be a black eye and a stain on her life as well that she'll have to hear about for years. But no, I don't put this on the Falcons organization from the standpoint of Raheem is your fault, Terry is your fault. It's another dumb decision. We were just rooting, going crazy. We were tuning into the games. We talked about it on our show when it was clear the Falcons weren't going to make the playoffs. But what you want to see for the rest of the year? Hey, man, I want to see how James Pearce Jr. finishes the season. I want to see how Jalen Walker finishes the season. So we were all excited by what Terry did just a month or so ago.
Mm-hmm.
We had a whole bunch of pom-poms cheering everything on. So now, because James Pearce Jr. made a bad decision, I won't sit here and try to crap on Terry, and I won't try to crap on Coach Morris because of that, man.
Let me rewind, man. I want you to, lighten it up a little bit. I want you to do what was he thinking? What was Andre Bruce thinking when he was ordering that pizza, man?
Man. Hey, you know what? I surely is hungry, boss.
Okay.
I don't have no cash on me, but guess what I do have? A BB gun. You know what? So he probably got his partner. Look, call and make sure you order me a good pizza. Don't put no sardines on that thing.
Sardines.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, and when the pizza man came, he thought, hey, he won't know my name. He won't know my face. I wear a helmet every day. And then that man was dumb enough to pull a BB gun on a pizza man and then came out and said it was a joke. Man, how foolish can you be, my guy?
Look, here you go. Pick up the pizza. Pizza man! You pull a... I mean, like, what in the heck?
And at the time, like, that was during the time where people delivering pizza were getting robbed on a consistent basis. If you remember, back in the 90s, like, people were getting robbed for pizzas on a consistent basis, dog.
What, they getting, like, $13?
Man, dog, back then, pizza was cheap.
Pan. Pizza.
Get you a large pizza for less than $10. And you a first-round draft pick. And that's the decision this man made. And there's no way, like, as the coaches, I'm sure the coach was having dinner. He probably was hanging out. He was sitting at a dinner table, his wife, best friend, her husband, cousin of his or brother of his and his wife. And he's sitting down, and if they eating at the restaurant, he sees like an employee come storming in, walking fast as all I do. And his wife like, what's going on, honey? I don't know. Jeff just coming to tell me something right quick. Jeff come over and whisper in his ear. He's like, oh, hold on. He did what? Hold on. Are you shitting me? And what he said about Andre Bruce, hold on, he robbed a piece of, with a BB gun. I know damn good and well. He jumped up and stormed out of the damn restaurant. Left his wife sitting there trying to figure out what's going on. I got somebody to go cuss out because he just tried to rob somebody for a pizza with a darn BB gun. And we making light of the situation. Andre Bruce, not James Pearce Jr., but it does go to the bad decisions that people make. Like, especially when you're young, why do we, because I made a bunch of dumb decisions when I was young. Why do we make decisions going against what we've been told? Somebody asked us when we were leaving the radio station, somebody said, man, where were James Jr., where were James Pearce friends at? Where his partners was at? Why ain't nobody talk to him?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, I've been in James Pearce Jr.'s mindset. Like I didn't do the ending, but I've been there. You're not gonna tell your friends you mad about something. I've been around y'all and left y'all. I've been around y'all in different countries and left because my mind messed up about a woman. I ain't never tell y'all that. You just found out today.
No, we knew.
Oh, you knew. There it go. But why y'all didn't stop me?
I mean, nobody could stop you.
But,
especially when the bread was flowing, you could buy a ticket how you want. Nobody could stop you from doing anything.
Yeah, so I mean, he not gonna admit that to nobody. Hey, I got something to go. He's not gonna tell his friends. I'm not gonna tell Doug. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell Mario. Definitely not gonna tell Aaron. So you know what I'm saying?
Aaron probably tried to talk you into doing it.
Yeah. Let me go with you.
But now, like I said, I'm sure the friends, when they heard it, one friend called and was like, hey, yo, you with James? Nah, I thought you were with him. I thought you was with him. And then just like that, he slipped away and he went down and got himself in this situation. And Abraham talked about it. And so, like, when you talk about the situation in its totality, people who miss the part where we say, hey, Rakia Jackson went through something that's horrible. We want her to be wrapped with love. We want God to hold her close to people she loves. We hope she's able to heal from this and get past this. We hope she doesn't have to answer questions about this, even when the WNBA season starts. We hope this is not something she has to sit in her locker after having a good game or a bad game, and some kind of way this comes up. So we don't want her to have to deal with that. But the part that Abraham brought up that people miss is when he talked about not making the situation worse. And it was already a horrible situation. But James Pearce, he compounded the seriousness of the situation and made it even worse by trying to elude the police. Let me finish. Elude the police and then running, like having to have them drag you out the car. They pulled a weapon on him. He jumps in the car. Those decisions, he could have ended up killing someone. Like when you try to flee from the police in a vehicle, I never think that's going to end in a good way. Like, I never think a high-speed chase or a neighborhood chase, wherever, is going to end in a good way. And that's the situation he put himself in, and he compounded the situation. And we don't know how it's going to turn out, and we don't know what else may come out. But right now, man, it's ugly. And like John said, man, you've already gotten yourself into enough trouble. Just go ahead and deal with what's going on. No need to run and make the situation worse. But unfortunately, he did.
Hey, listen. What's unfair is, and I'm not trying to discount what happened, but what's unfair is you have a guy that you teach to be violent on the field, nonstop violence. You boom, I'm knocking him out, da 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 da. Then you expect them to come off the field and just like turn it off. Like, I think a lot of professional athletes probably need to get help with that.
Definitely,
because like. Obviously, we're saying, what was he thinking? But that's what he's thinking. That's what he's programmed to do. That's what he does in his job, to be violent, And sometimes, like, if you're encouraged, yeah, good job. You just tore his head off. Good job. Like, you're rewarded for that. Some people may come out the field thinking that's how they should walk through life. That's sad to say.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, everybody has to make, especially when it comes to women. Like you got to make a better decision. You got to find that.
No, I agree.
You got to find that. You got to find that restraint. You got to remove yourself from the situation. If you go by what's being said, she tried to remove herself from whatever the situation is, blocked him. He took it a step further. So at this moment, how things play out, the man, he's a young man. I don't want to see his entire life taken away from him. But unfortunately, like many of us have had to do, you got to deal with whatever consequences come from it. Us as fans, you want to see your player come back and give you that production, because you're selfish in that kind of way. But at the end of the day, he has to face whatever consequences are going to come his way. You hope it's something that won't derail his entire life, because I believe people should be allowed to bounce back and make better decisions moving forward. But he's going to have to deal with the consequences that come with it, because when you make bad decisions, that's what happens.
So let me ask you a question. Let me take it to you personally. Have you ever been blocked before?
No, I've never been blocked.
What would you do if Pam blocks you? She mad, you get blocked. How would you feel?
If me and my wife split up and she blocked
Not
me.
split up, like you ain't. Well, y'all had argument.
Somebody block you.
All right, yeah.
You been split up.
All right,
You know what
yeah,
I'm
like
saying?
out the blue, you know, y'all together, and she just blocks you. How would you feel? What would you do? What would you react?
Now, you talking to 51-year-old Trey.
Let's talk about the liquor store mascot Trey.
You know what, man? I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that because I have a saying that says, boy, I love a woman that loves me. And so when a woman show me that she ain't really trying to be with me in that kind of way, as hurt as I am, I have always tried to find that strength to try to move past it. Now, if a situation happens in the moment, that's when my emotional intelligence would lower. In the moment when it happens, we having an argument right now. Now, sit and talk to me. Sit and talk to me now. If you block me, I got time to say, okay, well, F you then. You done block me. I ain't gonna go somewhere looking for you to follow you. But we get into an argument at the moment, I'm prone to say some disrespectful stuff. I'm prone to say something that's real bad. You know what I'm saying? But if I got time to think about it, well, you done block me, I'm definitely not gonna go do that, and I'm not gonna pop up on you anywhere. I might call somebody. I might call somebody that you close with and be like, hey, why she got me blocked? Tell her I said holler at me. I might do that. I ain't gonna lie. I might do that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna go just pop up on her personally and be like, why you ain't talking to me? I'm not gonna do that.
Well, I know somebody, man. They went to the extreme. They went and got a drone and flew the drone over there to see what was going on. That's pretty stalkish.
Bro, that's wild. That's wild. I feel bad for the person they did it to, and I feel bad for them because
Aaron did that.
the point that you'll get a drone, like, that's ridiculous. I ain't even gonna lie.
Just going to that story.
Boy, I don't need to hear no more.
That's why I don't know who. I mean, I can't tell y'all. I can't tell y'all who it is.
Boy.
But my point is,
Boy,
when stuff happens, man,
I don't know how that made the show, but boy, that's wild. Jesus Christ.
But he
When they got a drone?
and found out everything he needed to find out and never said nothing how he found out. And the person's like, what in the hell is going on?
Oh, somebody must have felt like they were getting cheated on.
They was.
Oh, okay. That's still wild, bro. You go get a drone. They go see, you go film your own porn. Like, just to see, you gonna see some cheating
But I'm
porn.
saying, like all jokes aside, man, like
were they playing the mailman or the Uber Eats
That
guy?
ain't no different
I'll-
than running your ring camera.
I look, all jokes aside, man.
Man, run
Like-
the ring camera back. Come on now,
Hey.
that's your camera. You physically flying a drone somewhere to film someone in their element. You violated their personal space and privacy.
But they cheating.
Give a damn.
That ain't right.
What ain't right?
Them cheating.
Boy, you better stop.
We're not making it
Boy,
perfect.
you better stop. Boy, you better
All
stop.
right, look, man. I'm more emotionally intelligent now.
Boy, you.
I'm just saying, like,
Boy, you better stop.
don't laugh. It's not funny.
Boy, you better stop.
I'm just saying. It ain't
I'm
right.
just saying.
It ain't right.
Boy, you.
Yeah.
better
So what I'm
stop.
trying to say is this, man. Like, I can understand buddy going through the issue of getting a drone. Like, I ain't. It's crazy, but I've done crazy stuff. You understand? Like, I love to hear the fact that you say you love a woman that loves you. That mean, like, something in
That's
you
why
was
I love my
instilled.
wife because she love me.
So that's something was instilled in you to have that type of mentality. But everybody ain't got that. I don't have that. I've definitely done some stalkish stuff.
Nah, man, I got my heart broken when I was 16, man.
Yeah.
15 or 16. After that, I was like, you know what? Never again, man.
And so, but I ain't never got no drone. But I've done some crazy stuff.
I ain't gonna lie, man. That sounds like something you would do.
The drone. If I don't know.
That's why you studying.
I don't know. I don't know.
I
won't do it now.
I thought you were talking about yourself at first, to be honest, and I was about to get on you after we got off this.
Oh no, I ain't
this
never
broadcast.
done that. I wish I had thought of it, but I never done that.
Wow, really, man? Come on, bro.
I said thought of it. I ain't say do it. That's something.
That's rough. Let's just stop it.
I wouldn't do that now.
Let's
That was over 10 years ago, Trey.
Let's just move on because this has got.
Hey man,
wild.
stop.
What?
Stop.
Wow, man, this is boy. Hey man, this is. Look, man.
All right, man.
I pray for all parties involved, man. But look, speaking of football, let's move on from James Pearce Jr. And so, this is what I want to talk about.
What?
Right? I want to talk about the halftime show, right? Because I mean, it's a big topic.
Yeah.
But before we even get into the halftime show completely, I want to talk about the alternate halftime show.
But hold on. What you talking about?
Everybody know it was an alternate halftime
Everybody
show.
don't know what
right?
you talking about. What channel it came on?
Now that I don't know what channel they put on.
It was like YouTube, and it streamed directly on the website of that organization.
Yeah.
So what are you
I'll
talking
say the name
about?
of the organization.
Okay, cool. I just want to.
Yeah, no, it's all good. The name of the organization is Turning Point, and they did an alternate stream, and it had Kid Rock, and I can't remember who else was on the thing, but Kid Rock.
A bunch of random people.
Yeah, Kid Rock was on it.
So you telling me it was another Super Bowl halftime show during the Super Bowl?
Yeah, and it bombed. I mean, they said they had 6 million viewers, but yada yada yada, whatever, right? But this is what I want to talk about.
Why would they do that?
But this is what I want to talk because they were upset. Bad Bunny didn't represent, I guess, America. You know what I mean? And they didn't want to see Bad Bunny. It had been portrayed like he was going to do something real horrible. They made it political, which is a halftime show. Everything doesn't have to be political because we get told all the time when you're a quarterback for an NFL team and you take a knee, they tell you take politics out of sports, but yet they find a way to throw politics in sports some kind of way, right? Am I lying? You know what I'm saying? Am I lying? But anyway. Kid Rock,
I never knew this happened.
Kid Rock, my guy. Shout out to you, man. Because you was a jackass. And I'm going to tell you why.
That's my boy.
Boy, you get the boy. Hey, boy. No, he ain't your boy. He more likely to probably call you, boy. You know what I'm saying? Buddy.
Whoa.
You get the buddy of the week. My guy, he called Jay-Z a DEI hire. My guy, you a DEI hire. Your whole reason you blew up, my guy, is because of hip-hop that we built, my guy. We, as in us. Hip-hop was built by us, by people who look like me and Jay-Z, my guy. How dare you come into hip-hop and finally able to blow up your rock music or hip rock, whatever the hell you did. And I actually used to like some of what Kid Rock did. But you don't call Jay-Z one of the greatest, a DEI hire, and whatever. Don't disrespect somebody that come from hip-hop. My guy, that's the reason you're behind even able to get up on that stage. My guy, ain't even gonna get into the political. I'm talking about a straight hip-hop discussion, my guy. You been let into the, let's say, let them in the cookout. You got let in the cookout, my guy, and then you want to talk about who made the baked beans. My guy, you deserve to be slapped upside your head having something to say about Jay-Z, my guy. And I don't care if you're a Jay-Z fan or not a Jay-Z fan. If you're a fan of hip-hop, there's no way you can appreciate or respect what Kid Rock had to say. Take the politics out, my guy. How dare you disrespect one of our greats and you rapping over rock beats. My guy, you were a DJ up in Detroit. Nobody had respect for you before you started doing rock music and rapping. You've been trying to get in our culture, my guy. You've been trying to get in our culture. We ain't trying to get in yours. So don't talk about Jay-Z being a DEI hire or whatever else. Take the politics, do whatever you want with that. But when it comes to hip-hop and respecting hip-hop, you a whole clown, my guy.
Wow.
You a whole clown for that. You get the buddy of the week trying to disrespect one of our greats. Boy, you better stop.
You just made me mad.
Boy, you better stop.
So when he did get the
He looked like he done popped every pill Future ever rapped about.
when he did get the when
Tell
he
me.
did get in our culture, then he switched it up and went rock for real. He stopped doing the hip hop stuff. But man, like I hung out with Kid Rock. We had a good time, man. He didn't give me no vibes that he was Racist, I don't know, but
Man,
I don't
listen.
like. I don't like what you telling me. What
Listen.
I'm hearing is like, damn, kid, I hook out with you, bro.
Look, and I don't know. I ain't gonna say the man racist or whatever, but right now, because of political ties and where you want to see if your bread is buttered, you make decisions and say stuff to try to stay in good graces of certain people when it come down to money and it come down to bread.
You got to answer that.
People make real dumb decisions, and off the decision you make, you got to stand on that. Like, you don't sit there and disrespect hip hop, my guy. You didn't come up in hip hop like us, my guy. You wanted to be a part of it. You wanted to be a DJ. People had to accept you. Like, man, stop it, man. Disrespect Jay-Z. Like, and I don't gotta come to Jay-Z defense. I feel like I gotta stand up for hip hop. Like, bro, I love hip hop. Hip hop changed my motherfucking life. Straight up.
We can cuss.
No, I mean, I cussed then because like I'm real passionate about it, man. Hip hop saved my life, dog.
I want to say some Mickey Fickies.
Like that, well, you are Mickey Ficky for helping folk do drone spies and all that kind of stuff.
I didn't help
You know
nobody
what I'm
do
saying?
a drone spy.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't help.
You know what I'm saying? You
I didn't even
condoned
know
it.
the ninja.
You condone.
I didn't
it.
condone it.
But then what I'm saying, bro, I felt that song when Lupe made hip hop save my life. Any of us that's been in it, bro, I got to see the world because of rap music, my guy. Like when I was 11, 12 years old, I told my partners I was gonna see the world. One of them asked me how. I said I have no idea.
You seen it, bro.
But
Saw it.
hip hop
Still
did
seeing
that
it.
for me, dog. When I was 11, no lie, when I was 11, 12 years old, the way my room was set up, I had a dresser, like more like a bookshelf, right? And the bookshelf was right here, so like it was up against this wall. And then I had like my bed was there, the head of the bed was that way, and it had like a mirror over it. I would listen to rap songs, dog, and I would look in that mirror and I would rap along with it and envision crowds of thousands of people.
Trey, you remember this, man?
You just cut me off.
I know,
in the
man.
middle while
I got chills about to
in the
tell you
middle while I was
this.
giving
This
my
a good
story,
story,
man.
bro. This a good story. It's gonna. It got you.
So you cut my good story.
Yeah.
Your
So
good
you
story.
remember we
Okay.
was in Korea, man. We was in Korea. Me and Trey. We was in Korea with Bob, and them people couldn't speak a lick of English. And what you just described, man, we was performing Nothing on You, y'all. And I'm telling you, to give the feeling, man, how you felt when all those people, it's like 10,000 people, man, and they're singing English. Nothing on you, baby. Like that was amazing. It's describing what you said, man. You look in the mirror, envisioning yourself performing in front of thousands of crowd. Like, tell them how you felt, man. Add to your story, man. Just that's what I thought. Come on.
So I mean, look, years later, to be able to look out at a crowd, like at the time when some of that stuff was happening, I didn't even think about it, right? But then one day I was thinking, I was like, you know what, man? When I was a kid, like I used to envision crowds. Like I didn't know how I was gonna get there. I didn't, that's just what I used to envision. I envisioned I would see the world. I didn't know that rap music was gonna do it for me. But rap music changed my life. Rap music taught me a lot of things too. Some good, some horrible. You know what I'm saying? Two Live Crew taught me all the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? But hip hop been a part of my life since the very first song my sister played for me, man. You know what I'm saying?
What's
Since
the
the very
song?
Man, it's like that, and that's the way it is.
It's like that, and that's the way it is.
Man. Like now, you heard songs that were kind of like rap songs, but that's the first song that resonated with me when I was like, dang, man, I love this.
You know what the song for me
I
was?
love this, dog.
The story about the KO pep tape. Which one is that, Aaron?
The KO pep tape.
The
what?
Tastes like wood.
yeah, that one.
Rappers delight.
That's
yeah,
the
rappers
one.
like so.
I remember riding on Candler Road, bro. I was that little and it was on the radio. I was excited because I wanted to hear that part.
So I had heard Rappers Delight and I liked it. But when I heard it's like that and listening to the vivid stuff when he was talking about life and talking about folks struggling on the street and folks talking about this person and that person and this job and now you stuck without, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't get your future the way you want. Like it was so much real life stuff being put. I don't know why that song resonated with me, man. I was just like,
It did with me
man,
too.
like, and then we used to have to wait. We used to have to wait because we down south. We had to wait for the tapes to make it down here. We had to wait for the show to make it down. We had to wait for Lottie Dottie for folks to get mixtapes and stuff to make it down. That stuff wasn't being played
Lottie
down
Dottie
here
was
in the
hard,
beginning.
bro.
We had to wait for something. And I never knew how my partner Derek, may he rest in peace, and his older brother David, may he rest in peace. But we lost both of them.
Damn.
But David used to be the one a lot of times that would get the music and he'll let me hear it, before it was played on the radio. You know what I'm saying? And so, but I say all that to say, man, hip hop hip hop, man. Kid Rock, don't ever disrespect hip hop, bro. Don't ever disrespect hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Because hip hop made it so you could get your behind on the stage and get into country music when your own people didn't even accept you, my guy.
But to
That's
just
what hip-hop
touch
is.
on it, man. Well, I mean, I'll let you the host, man. Where we going next?
Nah, I mean, look, we at time where we got to close out, but the halftime performance in the U.S., Bad Bunny still came up a little bit behind Kendrick Lamar's as far as the U.S. Now, the world numbers haven't been given yet, but still, it was a great show. There are some people who feel like they didn't like the show because it wasn't spoken in English. I see a bit of an argument going on for the people who, when people say they didn't like it because they didn't speak English, it's people that I think are confusing that or mixing that with the political stance. No one is joining the political stance, but it is someone's right to say if they want to hear something in English or not. At the end of the day, look, we're not mixing politics with anything. So let those people have their opinion. You know, like you know what I'm saying, my wife and even my kids are like, I don't understand anything that he's saying. But before we go, give us your top 3 halftime performances.
All right. Well, I don't want to just address the whole thing. I want to understand some stuff. I seen some comments on our YouTube and Spotify, just trying to understand something. Where does I'm talking to the people that leave the comments because I'm encourage y'all to leave comments. I love it. And it just kind of, I don't want to understand, where does the devil worship and all of that come from? Like, why are they saying that that's of the devil and this or that? So I just want to talk to them, like, please go in depth and say that. But my top 3 halftime performances, is that what you're going?
Yeah.
My top 3 halftime performances, I had to say, number 1 is Michael Jackson when he did it in California. That was dope. Me personally, one of my favorite artists of all time is Prince. And the third one, I would have to say, the one with when 50 Cent and all them came out, was it Jay-Z?
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre, yeah, I like that one. That was dope. When they had Mary J, Eminem, I like that one.
All right, so my top 3, I don't even remember the Michael Jackson one. I don't even remember.
1993.
I don't even remember the whole performance.
Yeah, that was 93.
Like so I know I saw it, but I don't even remember.
Yeah, I remember.
I'm gonna tell you,
popping
like
up and
I
everything.
remember that Cowboys won that year. I remember where I was. Like I remember that day, boy, I was on something different than pretty paying attention to the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had other things that were taking, you know what I'm saying, priority over paying attention to the game. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I was about 19 years old, something like that. Yeah, I remember that day vividly, boy. I wasn't really studying the halftime show. I was on something else, and I accomplished my mission. And so I would say my favorite shows in no particular order. And they all more recent, and so maybe recency bias. But I went through the list of halftime shows. Like everybody complaining, like the halftime shows used to be trash. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I went through all these names. It's a bunch of trash up there as far as I'm concerned. I mean, it just is. Like it's a bunch of trash as far as I'm like. Man, that's why people are excited that Jay-Z finally started putting some people up there that more people want to see. But I say Prince. Look, man. God was in that stadium that day. God was in that stadium that day. Cause only God can make it actually rain.
Purple.
When this man is performing Purple Rain,
Hard.
bro. Like that's something that can only come from above. You know what I'm saying? Let you know that was meant to be. So I put Prince up there. Man, Dr. Dre, one of my favorite artists. You know what I'm saying? Love Dr. Dre. Love Snoop. Huge Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg fans. I was a big Eminem fan as well. And I was a fan of 50 Cent. And they had Mary. I was a fan of Mary J. Blige. You know what I'm saying? So they had everybody up there I like. And then, last but not least, man, you know what?
What?
You know what's on my top 3?
I think I missed it.
Hey,
I know
man,
you're
you ain't miss it.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Hey, man, I brought the A to the world.
Oh, that was
That boy Usher said, I brought the A
forgot about
to
that
the
one.
world.
That was
I
a
brought
good one.
Atlanta to the world. Boy, you know, hey, boy.
Why we forgot about that?
I did my shoulders like this. Atlanta, boy.
that one.
Atlanta. I brought Atlanta to the world. Man, he was up there on skates. Something I ain't never been able to do.
Did you like that the Super Bowl?
Hey, man,
Forgot about
that man
that.
said, I brought Atlanta to the world. And it's just me personally. It's what I like. Who cares what you like? You know what I'm saying? That man said, I brought Atlanta to the world.
I got an honorable
and now
mention.
you want to know who I want to see next?
Who?
I want to see Chris Breezy get an opportunity.
I want to see Chris
to
Brown and Drake.
perform
They both do it.
at the
That'd be
Super Bowl.
dope.
It would be dope if Drake did it.
Hey, look, honorable mention. We got to shout out our boy. I think because we were so involved in the music industry, we don't give him a shout out.
Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars, his halftime show was dope as hell.
It was.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, he's up there. We just said 3.
Yeah, but I just forgot about Bruno because I know why I forgot about him because, like, we was in the mix right then and we wanted to be there.
Nah, you know what? I didn't forget about Bruno. Those just were my top 3. But he's up there.
Yeah.
And Bruno has actually done the Super Bowl twice. He did it as the headliner, and he did an amazing job. If y'all hadn't seen Bruno, go check out Bruno Mars. I mean, I'm talking, but he got the camera on you for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? I think he fell asleep. I think the dude fell asleep over there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he was doing.
No, I wanted to say, could we give a mention about Lil Jon losing his son? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, and
tragic event.
Man,
Yeah.
Look, that was and is a very unfortunate situation. I never met John's son, but I do know Lil Jon. And if anybody's heard me, we talking about hip hop and we talk about my time in the music business. I tell people all the time, Lil Jon, number 1, and then So Def, number 2. They will always get respect from Trey Montgomery because Lil Jon was an A&R for So Def, and Lil Jon put me on the So Def Bass All Stars Volume 3, and he's the first person to ever cut me a check in the music business and believe in me as an artist, and So Def was the company that cut the check. So they will always have my respect. So, Lil Jon, man, I'm so sorry that you lost your son. I'm so sorry that had to happen to him. No parent, and I mean this, no parent should ever have to experience losing a child. You know what I'm saying? And
I want to go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. And unfortunately, that does happen in life. So my heart goes out to him, his son's mother, their entire family. My heart goes out to them and all the other parents out there, ones that I'm close with, ones that I know, and ones that I don't know who've lost a child. It's something that no parent should have to endure.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be as long-winded, but just John, like, we know you personally, man. You always been nothing but positive to us, always uplifted us and encouraged us, and man, just want to give a shout out to you, man, and sorry for your loss. And you know, I can't imagine what you're going through, but I'm sending my condolences.
Yeah, man. people out there, man. I know this ain't gonna change the way you act if you foolish enough to do this, but for the people who leave crazy comments and just want to get a rise out of people or say something stupid, when people go through serious things like that, look, man, find some decency in yourself to not do that. If it's any moment you need to show restraint, find some restraint then. I won't get into some of the crazy comments that I've seen because it's too disrespectful to even repeat. But some of the things that are said when someone is dealing with a loss like this, look, man, y'all be ashamed of yourself. And I pray that you don't open the door for something similar to happen to you. You know what I'm saying? And then we can go ahead and get on up out of here. Man, we getting ready to head over, man, with our boys. Hey, man, shout out to Dukes and Bill. Shout out to Carl.
Had
Dukes,
a good time this week.
Shout out to Mike Bill. Man, we were on with 92.9 The Game. Shout out to them for always bringing us on, showing us love. We gave them the Blood Pressure Bird sweatshirt a piece. They talked about it on air. And then turned around yesterday and turned out 680 The Fan. Talked about us. That's one of the local radio sports stations.
Brian Finneran.
Yeah, talked about us and played the clip from John Abraham. Shout out to John. And just shout out to everybody that's a part of this movement and helping us continue to make our dreams come true, man.
We coming, y'all. We coming.
Yeah. And last but not least, Kid Rock, you still a sucker for talking about Jay-Z. And on that note, man, like we always say, the Waterboy Show, we represent Atlanta because Atlanta represents us. On behalf of myself, Trey, my partner, B Rich, Aaron Drone, Whoa Pittman, Super Mario, and Doug. The Waterboy Show. We are out.